Hey, what's up? Seventine here, taking a look at the Microsoft E3 2015 press conference. One thing to take into consideration for the Microsoft conference specifically is their use of the word exclusive. It's an extremely dodgy marketing strategy, but unfortunately one that works against those that don't look into these games. Anyway, let's get into it. First up, Microsoft's bread and butter, Halo. This time in Halo 5 Guardians, you'll be able to play as Master Chief or as the Spartan Locke. Master Chief will be hunted by the Spartan force led by Locke as the Covenant begins to fall. Nothing really new here except the fact that you can play through the two different campaigns. The multiplayer is really where Guardians will be making the biggest innovations in the movement system and gun mechanics. A new game mode for multiplayer was revealed where 32 players will go head to head alongside AI controlled allies and enemies in the hectic Warzone game mode. The Xbox is getting a new IP first party game from the developers of Metroid and Mega Man called ReCore. This is purely a cinematic trailer, but there are some key gameplay mechanics illustrated. The world will be full of hostile mechanical beings that are given life or power from glowing orbs that seem indestructible. You'll have a companion that runs off one of these orbs and you'll be able to move the orb into different mechanical robots that'll probably have unique skill sets and be better at doing certain things than others. ReCore looks like a really interesting new IP and I'm intrigued to see how it actually plays. The new Xbox controller was revealed called the Elite Controller. Basically, this will be a completely customizable controller in both its hardware form like joysticks and D-pad, as well as on the software side like trigger points and sensitivity. This customization will come at a cost though, with a $150 price tag, and is definitely more focused towards professional esport players rather than the casual crowd. Fallout 4 got a spot in the conference. This was basically just the same stuff from the Bethesda conference, but it did have some key new feature reveals for the Xbox One included. Xbox One will now be backwards compatible with the Xbox 360. 100 games are currently available to buy digitally, and your old 360 games will work on their One, without the need to repurchase. This also includes being able to put 360 discs in the One. The biggest announcement in this spot though was the introduction of modding for the Xbox One available for Fallout 4. Mods made on the PC will now be downloadable and playable on the Xbox One. We don't know exactly how this will be implemented or whether it will be every mod or only curated mods or even if it will be available for other titles, but it's a great step in the right direction and is great news for Xbox One owners. The sequel to Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare is coming and will be reversing the game's theme from plants ruling and zombies trying to take over to zombies ruling and plants trying to retake suburbia. The big changes here are the addition of 4 new character classes for both the plant and zombie sides, but other than that, yeah, Garden Warfare 2. Another year and yet another random car appearing during the Microsoft presser. This time lowered from the ceiling so that it could block everyone's view of the actual game when it got hauled back up there. But yeah, Forza Motorsport 6. You race cars in a slightly better way than the previous game, I guess. Oh my god, yes, Dark Souls 3. Admittedly, nothing much was shown except some massive undead king guy slowly standing up, yet I'm still super hyped because Dark Souls is easily the best melee combat currently in gaming. The game comes out sometime 2016, so there is still quite a wait and probably the reason for the absence of any gameplay. Ubisoft then jumped in with a reminder about the 2 Tom Clancy games coming out this year, The Division and Rainbow Six Siege. Nothing overly interesting here. The Division revealed a little bit more of its backstory, and Siege showed us a small glimpse of a new map. Same thing goes for the third-person MOBA Gigantic, a short video reminding us that the game is still coming out. An indie game showcase popped up next with a bunch of games being shown with extended spots given to Tacoma, a space station exploration game, Ashen, a simplistic style dungeon crawler, Beyond Eyes, an interesting take on a world imagined by a blind girl, and finally Cuphead, an old school Disney-esque action game. Early access will be coming to Xbox One through the Xbox Game Preview program that will include The Long Dark, Shelter, Elite Dangerous, and DayZ. All their games on Game Preview will also include a demo so that you can try the game before jumping straight in and buying it. Something that Steam should look into making a requirement too, honestly. Dean Hall, the creator of DayZ, is back, but with a different project this time called Ion, a science fiction game set in space. The teaser showed us asteroid mines, space stations, and what seems to be maybe a player respawn feature shown at the end. The game will be, by the sounds of it, a sandbox MMO with no real quests to speak of as you expand to the outer reaches of space. Gameplay for Rise of the Tomb Raider was shown and remains true to the first, with beautiful and massive environments, as well as a supernatural force being present in the location. Basically just more Tomb Raider, which is great as I had a fantastic time playing through the first. Rare introduced a brand new IP called Sea of Thieves, a pirate-themed multiplayer game with a simplistic shaded art style. The gameplay shown had you spawning in on an island and running to the beach to board a ship. It looks like there will be multiple roles on the ship with multiple things to keep track of to sail successfully. Fable Legends showed off a new trailer from the Dungeon Master's point of view. The game will be cross-platform, with Windows players able to play with and against Xbox One players. This spot was basically a lead into Windows 10 and Xbox One being able to work together with an emphasis on VR support. Microsoft is working together with Valve VR and Oculus to bring the VR experience to both PC and Xbox One. For it to work on the Xbox One, however, you will have to stream your game to a PC. Microsoft isn't without its own virtual reality push, but they are working on something a little bit different with augmented reality, in the form of Microsoft HoloLens, a headset that will overlay a screen onto the real world. The demo they showed on stage included a version of Minecraft specifically designed for the HoloLens, and while impressive, I am still a little bit skeptical, especially to how washed out or opaque the screen will appear, and also to its use. Much like VR, it doesn't really have a killer app for it, even with Minecraft. A new Gears of War is in the development, and the spot actually showed some gameplay, albeit a little bit dark. It did show some interesting features though of the world or situation you'll be playing in, with weird alien pods and some freak superstorms. That just about does it for the Microsoft press conference. Games from the previous E3 like Crackdown, Scalebound and Quantum Break were mentioned, but will be revealed later this year at Gamescom. Anyway, that's been my roundup for Microsoft's E3 conference for 2015. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.